ladies and gentlemen, friends and colleagues, good evening. It is my pleasure to welcome you all here this evening to mark Europe Day. Last year, we celebrated the 20th anniversary of the EU delegation in Manila and recalled many achievements in the development of EU-Philippine relations. Since then, 3 major meetings have taken place. In December last year, we had the EU-Philippine Senior Official Meeting, which reviewed the whole breadth of EU-Philippine relations, including trade and investment, the peace process in Mindanao, our development cooperation, as well as other technical issues. In March of this year, Vice President Binay, representing President Aquino, met with the President of the European Council, Mr. Van Rompuy, and the President of the European Commission, Mr. Barroso, in Seoul, in the margin of the Nuclear Security Summit. On that occasion, they exchanged views on EU-Philippine relations, as well as on world affairs, including the South China Sea and the Mindanao peace process. In April, Trade Secretary Domingo met with EU Commissioner De Gucht to discuss progress in the preparation of the scoping exercise that will lead to the negotiation of a free trade agreement. While the European Union is confronting economic challenges, it is the largest economy in the world and a central economic partner of the Philippines. After all, in the real world, beyond the media frenzy, the European Union is the largest trading partner of both China and the United States. Last year, EU export to the Philippines grew by 6% after 28% the year before. The economic relation between the European Union and the Philippines also remain robust, and EU is the largest investor in the Philippines and an important market for Filipino products. One area of EU-Philippine relation which is less known is education. This evening is an opportunity to highlight the remarkable achievement in this field. The younger Europeans with us tonight will certainly be familiar with the EU scholarship program called Erasmus. The EU invests €450 million annually to allow students to pursue part of their study in another European university. This year, we mark the 25th anniversary of the program and the award of the 3 millionth Erasmus Mundus scholarship. European universities have an unmatched reputation for excellence. Today, there are more Chinese studying in Europe than in the United States, and their numbers is growing fast. According to the World University Ranking, 4 of the top 10 universities in the world and more than a third of the top 100 are all to be found in Europe. As a significant number of European universities offer top-level but affordable courses taught in English, the number of international students on their campuses is booming. This is happening at the university in both the larger and the smaller EU member states. And of course, only Europe can afford state-of-the-art facilities and cutting-edge research opportunity together with the chance to walk in the footsteps of so many of the world's most influential thinkers. Filipinos have long understood this. Indeed, José Rizal himself pursued his studies in Madrid, Paris, and Heidelberg. He was a true Erasmus scholar ahead of his time. Today's young Filipino students are following his lead, so you have more and more of them in Europe. To support them, EU member states have bilateral scholarship programs. In addition, the EU has a very generous global scholarship program called Erasmus Mundus that gives access to 4,000 universities in 27 European countries. As of today, more than 500 Filipino students have benefited from this program. The EU has provided 220 million pesos in grants to these students to finance their study and their stay in Europe. Later tonight, we will hear the testimony of Filipino students who have benefited from EU scholarship program. It is my pleasure to announce that in order to give more Filipino students such an opportunity, Member States and EU delegation are planning a European Higher Education Fair in November this year in Manila. This event will underscore the recognition of both the Philippines and the European Union that education lies at the core of both our effort to achieve economic growth that we all aspire. On that note, you will join me in a toast to the good health of President Benigno Aquino III and the future of EU-Philippine relations. So good health.
Senator Ricardo, Senator Angara, Speaker Belmonte, Secretary Ona, Secretary Lamas, Excellencies, distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps and the Consular Corps, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here to be able to congratulate Europeans on Europe Day. We are very happy to be with you, obviously, and to be with Europeans that are very diverse in tradition, culture, language, but in unity and solidarity. This is also a great occasion to say that our relations with the EU have been outstanding, and we are looking forward to an enhancement of the relationship, a significant measure of broadening and deepening of the cooperation that we now enjoy. In the nations that cover Belgium, the UK, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, Greece, Romania, Italy, France, Finland, and the Czech Republic. I don't know if you're aware that all of you are present in terms of missions in the Philippines. And so we thank you for that. We thank you for helping us in moving forward our foreign affairs. And we also thank you for the very comprehensive relationship that we have, which encompasses trade, investment, tourism, and as the ambassador had earlier said, education, as well as counterterrorism, and other areas such as protection of human rights, as well as the advancement of the rule of law, and as well the preservation of the principles of democracy. I think that in terms of inward tourism, I think if I recall the figures correctly, we had inward tourism of over 315,000 for 2011. In terms of investment, we had 3.3 billion pesos over the last 4 years. In terms of trade, we had something like 60 billion US dollars in 2011. I think that those figures look very nice, but there is a lot of room for improvement. And the ambassador and I have resolved to work on pushing those figures up, making the figures, the performance, be able to enable it to reach its full potential. I think that we also had very good cooperation with the EU in the multilateral field, especially in the ARF, as well as in the incoming ASEAN. I think we truly look forward to an enhancement of our relationship with the EU. It has been a very satisfying one. And today I feel that my being here is in this significant day, is a major item, hoping to help create or be part of the EU history. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you. And again, congratulations.